And as luck would have it, got in touch with people at a place called the Shelter Half in Tacoma. And they were an organizing group that was, at that time, in difficult situations. People had been burnt out, all sorts of stuff. We had, I would guess we had as many CIA people that worked with us at the Shelter Half as we had other people. And so you had people who were being disruptive inside the organization, you know, or people who were compromised and, you know, not a CI, but working on behalf of somebody other than what we were doing. In '69, there had been a Black Panther constitutional plenary session in Philadelphia. And there was a message board during this session. They talked about the 10-point program, but they also talked about anti-war. And so people had, by this time, come together in '69. The civil rights people, the anti-war people, there was a real interesting union, or federation, I would probably best describe it. And as a part of that, we had this message board, and we posted that we needed help in Tacoma. And what was then called the People's Trucking Company, a group of folk went to a government auction and bought mail trucks that were being surplus. And they were from Philadelphia, from Media, Pennsylvania area, from Swarthmore and Cornell, and you know, these are basically white young activists who said we're going across the country, and people went to different. A group of them went to Seattle, a group of them came to Tacoma, and they helped us in the project and became the project. And we put together all sorts of efforts, not the least of which were newspapers. We had a newspaper called Fed Up. We had another one called GIs Unite. We did organizing on McChord and Fort Lewis. We did anti-war demonstrations. I went to Vancouver, British Columbia, worked with the Vancouver Committee to Aid War Resistors. We worked with NACLA, the North American Conference on Latin America, Liberation News Service, the Ventramos Brigade. We trained people to go to Cuba. I was trained for the 3rd Brigade. And so that became what I did. And I was in the military.